Rock Steady Boxing, New Smyrna Beach. It's Parkinson's Awareness Month in April.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of White Whale Weekly. My name is Tim Loomis. This is my business partner, Chris Shores. We're brokers and owners of White Whale Real Estate in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. And today we have some very special guests with us. Mrs. Marianne Chapin, Executive Director, and Victoria Hill, Program Director at Rock Steady Boxing NSB. Thank you ladies so much for coming on with us today and helping us tell the world about your business and what you do.
Thank you guys for showing up.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so you want to kind of lead off, we'll let you lead the way and tell us a little bit about your background and what this is. You know, it looks like we're in a boxing gym right now, and we know it's Parkinson's Awareness Month, so can you kind of tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll let you follow as well.
Sure.
So Parkinson's Awareness Month is in April, and we are showcasing it today, but we fight back every day. Every day somebody with Parkinson's fights back. So we are disease specific to Parkinson's with our Rock Steady Boxing program. It was designed by a man with Parkinson's and just took off. And here we are. We're one out of 997 affiliates worldwide.
Wow.
But what we do is stop the progression. We halt the progression of Parkinson's. We don't ever claim to cure it, but we do know that we can slow the progression, and that's what we do here.
Okay, and that's what it does seem like, is that this, the exercise, the boxing activities, especially from what I've seen you, Coach Victoria, do today, is helping them with speed, with power, with, it seems like a lot of balance is being incorporated into that as well. So can you kind of give a little insight on that and how that does, it seems like, kind of keep everything at bay?
So we take all of the major symptoms of Parkinson's and target those specifically with the exercises we do. Every week's a little bit different, so sometimes we focus more on big power and big movements. Sometimes we focus more on voice projection and breath. Other times we even go down to the fine motor. So we target all of the big symptoms of Parkinson's within our workouts themselves. And the beauty of it all is it's disguised as workouts. It's disguised as a fun program. It gets everybody engaged and everybody really into it. And it's more than just an exercise, it's a community over here.
That's awesome. Is there any movements?
I can tell you
or
which one they
things
hate the most.
Yeah.
Let's tell us
Burpees.
Yeah.
Burpees are no fun, but we still do them, and they do. They do them.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't like burpees either.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that likes burpees.
Very cool. I was just curious. I didn't know if there was one that was.
They do enjoy. There's several that they enjoy.
There's a lot of people that have their favorites, or they're all excited when they see it on the workout for the day, and then in the same room that someone else is, oh, we're doing that again?
Gosh, okay, I was just curious. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, and are they different workouts every time, or do you guys have them programmed out, or how does that work out?
Every single day, it's a different program. It's the same concept, but it's a different program. And that's the beauty of what we do. And some of the local doctors have contacted me and said, you know, what's the difference about what you're doing than when I send this person to PT? Because I see one of my patients in your videos, and he's been going to PT for a long time, and we haven't seen the results that we see here. And ask them, they'll tell you, this is fun. PT's not necessarily fun.
Yeah.
But they also come in, and as she alluded to, is that it's a community, because think about Parkinson's. It affects the dopamine in your body. And what is dopamine? It's that feel-good drug when you do a runner's high. So when the dopamine isn't moving like it should, there's a lot of potential depression that comes with Parkinson's. But when they come in here, they're in a gym with all people that have Parkinson's, and it's a community, it's a social interaction. It's 90% of what makes everything work.
Sure.
It's a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, they like to show off, and we love it when they show off, and we encourage them to show off, and they have a lot of fun with these other people.
I think a little competition goes a long way, and It sounds like also too, like comparing that, something I think that we didn't really think about is going to the PT versus here. The PT seems like it's I have to go, whereas this boxing is I get to go when I want to go, and I'm sure that makes a big difference in and the engagement overall with it.
Yeah, overall makes it more fun. How many members do you guys have that come? I know you do a few classes a day, but how many people come to the gym now?
Well, they rotate in and out because
Yeah.
we do have a lot of seasonal boxers who
course.
will be doing rock steady maybe up north, maybe New York or wherever they live.
Okay.
But they'll go on and they'll find a rock steady that is close to where they're vacationing so that they can continue their workout. It becomes like a drug. And if you pull that back for too long, they slide backward in their progression. So they come in, and during the, December, they start trickling in October.
Okay.
And they trickle out by the end of April.
Well, that's good. You're providing a solution so people don't have to lose that progression that they've made wherever they came from, or wherever they live full time. They can come here and just pick it right back up. So
Right.
that's, yeah.
So we have about 35 of those snowbirds.
Okay.
And then we have about 70 that are 75 who are local, regular, and show up rain or shine or hot or cold.
Yeah.
Well, good thing for you, you have indoor and outdoor space here, so
Yeah.
like it works either way. Like a
Yes,
day like today,
yes.
we have the doors open, I'm sure, and everything. So
Yeah, definitely taking advantage of our backyard, our beautiful backyard when we
yeah,
can.
of course, yeah.
Wonderful day to do it.
Yeah, it's a great backyard. So Victoria, can you tell us a little bit about your background? I know you're an occupational therapist, correct? So on how you found your way into this world and what impacts you've seen from your professional career on this with the boxing.
Yeah, so I'm an occupational therapist. I primarily work with neurological rehab. So I've always that's been my jam since day one. I've loved neurological rehab. I think it's really fascinating. And I was looking for just something to do to help impact my community outside of work. I just wanted to really expand myself, and I had the time. I was like, I need to do something. I want to do something, and sure enough, I found this in my backyard, essentially, and it's just been one open door, and I just couldn't wait to get in. I came in and observed my first class, and I was just blown away by the drive that everybody has in here, the community, and like you said earlier, everybody wants to be here. Even when it's more hot and cold and rainy and monsooning outside, everyone wants to be here. And just seeing that energy and seeing how excited everybody gets to be in a rock steady class, that drew me in. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And so I said, Marianne, I want to coach. I don't want to just sit here and watch. Put me in. So I went through the coach training and have been in love with it ever since.
It's awesome. And how about you, Marianne?
Well, I used to actually work for a hospice, and I was a marketer, and I was in a northern community, and there was nobody up there doing anything for Parkinson's. And my executive director at the time, her dad had Parkinson's, and she kept kind of pushing me to go out into the community and create something for Parkinson's. And I didn't know anything about Parkinson's, so I had to pony up and learn what exactly Parkinson's is, and I created a support group up there. But I eventually moved south here, and a young girl with early onset Parkinson's contacted me and said, I just was diagnosed, and it's Thanksgiving, and my family's coming, and I don't know how to tell them. And she was very emotional on the phone. I hung up the phone and met her instantly. I'm like, where are you? Pull into a parking lot and tell me where. She was crying. And we sat and chatted, and I told her about this program because I'd heard about it through my support groups, but nobody was doing it in the area. So after I got home, I mentioned it to my family, and they said, hey, go look into it. So this young girl and I looked into it, and we went up to Indianapolis and became certified coaches. I called, I said, are you sure I can do this? And they said yes. So we came down here and just took the leap of faith. 2018, we became Rock Steady Boxing New Smyrna Beach. And then we became Rock Steady Boxing Ormond Beach. And then we became In This Corner,
Awesome.
which is our nonprofit.
That's amazing. I didn't even realize I had another location as well.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. We've been asked to spread out a little bit, and we're doing it slowly.
Yeah.
We're working our way around the county.
That's
Well,
awesome.
way to go on taking the action on that, and then just making moves to make it happen. So kind of talking about that, I feel like, so as you guys know, Tim and I are local here, so is the In Your Corner gym, and it's in our backyard, and I feel like a lot of people don't know about it, that you guys even exist. So that is Tim and I's mission with the local spotlight, is to showcase the local businesses and let people know that they're here. So What are some of your challenges you think that you face right now on, like, do you need volunteers? Do you need donations? Do you need bigger buildings? Like, what is it that the community could help you with right now, and what could we do to showcase you more and get your name out there?
All of the above, thank you. Well,
Yes.
yes, we'll take it all. Well, Victoria can talk about volunteers. She's been very instrumental in helping us bring in interns for local schools, and donations are always put to the mission completely and totally. We'd like to knock a wall out and make it bigger. Some days we could use a bigger building, but with our backyard, it turns out that we do fine. But just getting the people in the community to know who we are, and we're not sure that we're even tapping the entire Parkinson's community. So marketing, getting our name out is huge for us.
Oh yeah, I would say awareness is the biggest thing, because like you were saying, not many people know that we're even back here and what we do.
Yeah.
And there's just a huge community out there that is just unaware of what's going on over here.
So right now it's mainly word of mouth, and like other members that come here telling others in similar situation to join and try it out.
And fortunately, we also have relationships in the healthcare community,
Which help.
and we've shared our passion, and they pick it up and bring people and show it off, and
Got it.
our doctors. We're also April Fools. We're right smack dab in the beginning of World Parkinson's Month. I mean, April is Parkinson's Awareness Month. World Parkinson's Day is specifically April 11th. So on April 13th, we're having a big shindig here.
Oh,
So
cool. What time is that going to be?
it starts from 10 till 2,
10 till 2.
we want the entire community to show up. We have Bagel Barn is bringing their food truck.
Nice.
We have Stetson is bringing their Brain Fitness Academy in. We'll have a fun day. It's all fun, but it'll be some brain challenges and food, lots of food.
Our goal with the World Parkinson's Day celebration is to continue to bring awareness into our community. So it's not just an event for our boxers, it's an event for New Smyrna, Edgewater, Portman, Port Orange, all of it.
Yeah.
We're just trying to, really show who we are and what we do, and bring more people into this gym to say, wow, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, so you don't have to have Parkinson's.
Right.
But healthcare professionals, anyone local in the community that just wants to know more about In This Corner and Rock Steady Boxing, you can come out and meet everybody and see it for yourself.
Yeah.
It's more of a friend raiser.
Yeah.
Friend raiser,
It's
exactly.
a friend
yeah.
raiser. But also, anybody who wants to volunteer, we would very much like to entertain a conversation with them, because it takes a special person to want to do this. And once you do it, and this is what happened with Victoria, she came in the very next day and said, all right, I didn't sleep at all last night. I can't wait to jump in and
That's awesome.
become a part of this. And some of the other volunteers that you saw in the room earlier today said the very same thing. They're like, I didn't know what I didn't know until I spent a day here. And you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed at how it does affect the people who we call volunteers. They show up.
Yep, and Marty was one of the volunteers today that you guys will be seeing on the extra B-roll, and I was talking to him off camera, and he's like, I started out here, and then he's like, I got it. So it sounds exactly what it is. It seems it's kind of like a switch is flipped, and then you're hooked, and you can't stop coming back for more.
What I think the biggest impact is the community hears Parkinson's, and they hear I'm moving around very much. I'm slowing down. They hear all the downsides of Parkinson's, because not many people know of what can be done about it. So when you step into this gym and you see everybody literally fighting back against the disease, hitting those heavy bags with everything they've got, getting on the floor, giving me burpees, push-ups, whatever we ask for, it's that switch. It shows, okay, we're not going to get defeated by Parkinson's. We're going to fight against it, and that's the magic that happens in this gym.
Awesome.
There's a process, and it's the forced intense activity that is what helps push the dopamine. But there's a whole process and science behind it all. We try not to let them know how hard they're working, and yet they enjoy what they're doing. And they leave and feel like they've done something. Many, many times in the past, doctors have told people with Parkinson's not to hurt themselves, not to do anything that'll make them off balance, not to, you know, do anything that might make them fall. And of course, in here we do exactly the opposite.
Well, that too. You hear the saying, you know, you use it or you lose it. And it's like if you sit down and, you know, I love how you say fighting back against Parkinson's, because that's really what you're doing. And
Well, I really want
Every
you to,
sense of the word.
every sense, literally. Yeah.
I really want you to tell the story about the very first day you came in and observed the class.
Perfect.
Oh,
We
okay.
love the story.
She stood by and she had this, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, wanting to run in and save the day for everybody, and she kept backing up. And
So like I said, I work in a rehab. I'm an occupational therapist by trade, and I'm used to having to be that guard. You know, I'm used to having to help people get up off the floor and, like, you know, help in that stage of their rehab journey. So when I walked through the doors, I thought I knew what I was getting myself into, and we're getting down low and we're getting on the floor and we're moving
Hold on
around
now.
kind of quick. I was like, oh, okay, you're good. You're good. You got it. And that was just also part of that magic switch there. That was like, okay, you know, the community needs to see that too.
Right.
You know, everyone hears of Parkinson's, they think of the downsides, but this gym just highlights the good and it highlights what we're able to do. And it just keeps building on that from there.
And I mean, a big change in you. This is our first day meeting, but now you're like Marine drill sergeant out there with these folks. You know, hitting the 1-2s and kicks.
Come on, you can hit it harder
bounces.
than that.
Yeah, so there's no more spotting. There's
Right.
push harder with you. So.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's great that you have found the balance with that and allowing the folks that do have this condition to realize that they can reach for more and that they don't have to be walking around like in a bubble, or, you know, that they're gonna break or something. So giving them that confidence back that they can still have control over their life.
Right. And from a coach's perspective too, over the course of time, you can see how much this program really helps these people.
Yeah.
You can see in a 6-week period, we're hitting harder, we're moving better, we're getting off the floor easier.
smiling.
And yeah, it's the
Hey.
community.
Well,
It's the
Parkinson's
community.
has a way of creating what is called a Parkinson's face, where they may be thinking they're smiling, but it doesn't show. But eventually we start to see the smiles. We just had a gentleman recently who signed up. He was here from out of state and found us and said, I don't know, I'm a little unsure whether I'm gonna join and whatnot. And we challenged him and he showed up. And 2 weeks later, he showed up and he said, I have to tell you, my wife said to me this morning, I'm back. He said, and I said, what do you mean I'm back? And she said, you're back. She said, ever since you got your diagnosis with Parkinson's, he'd gone down a rabbit hole. And she said, you lost the twinkle in your eye, and today it's back. And he said, I know it's because I've been showing up. So that makes us feel like,
Oh, that's
you know.
amazing. And so for anyone out there that's, you know, facing this or has a family member that's dealing with this on a daily basis, is there like a way they can come in and just like try a class, or
Absolutely.
they just call you guys, or they schedule it online, or just either one?
We don't even sign them up until they observe the shenanigans that goes on in here.
Got
We
it,
make
yeah.
them come and watch a full 90-minute class, and then if they're ready, willing, and able, we sign them up.
Okay, very
Yeah,
cool. That's
they
nice.
have to have a diagnosis of Parkinson's.
Got it, of course, yeah.
So, and can you just let the viewers know again your locations and where they can find you online, or you on social media? You know, how can they see you and get to know you a little bit before they do make that decision to come in?
Yes. Well, our Rock Steady Boxing New Smyrna Beach was branded as New Smyrna Beach, but we have this awesome gym here in Edgewater, and we're right off of Park Avenue in US 1, 201 South Ridgewood Drive, Suite 13. And then we also have one in Ormond Beach off of Granada and Lewis Street, right in front of the library off of Granada. And they can come contact us at 386-314.
Hit us up, contact us up. We don't care. Pick up the phone.
Punch us up.
Let's find a way.
386-314-6673.
And if they want to get a little insight as to what we do here in the gym, we are on some social medias as well. They can get a little sneak peek of what our gym looks like
Okay.
at rsb.inthiscorner on Instagram.
rsb.inthiscorner on Instagram. Okay,
And we'll leave all the information in the description.
You don't
below.
have to memorize this or write it down. We'll put it below. So.
All right, guys, anything else you want to leave the viewers with and the local community members? So you got 2 locations in Volusia County. We got about 115 members. It sounds like you want more. You need volunteers. You need money.
Need a
Parkinson's
contractor to knock a
awareness.
wall out. Which wall you want to knock out anyways? I'm just curious.
This one right here.
This one right here? Okay, that seems doable. Come on, somebody,
So if
reach
you're a
out to him.
contractor
Yeah.
that's looking to do some good and get some feel good in your heart, here's a great organization to pay it forward.
And expand with us. We
Yeah.
are going to expand. Another program that we're bringing in is for neuroplasticity, and it's drumming. So drumming is always fun.
That's
And we have our coaches getting certified to do the drumming. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
So
That's-
boxing and drumline, all
So just
right.
wait for our
A
expansions.
lot of rhythm going on
Little
here.
music
Oh, yeah.
and a workout at the same
We got a lot. We got a lot.
We got a lot under our sleeve right now. Yeah.
But thank you
Yes,
very
no, we
much.
thank you.
Yeah,
we
we
think this
appreciate
is,
you guys.
especially at, being National Parkinson's Awareness Month, just having you on here and just letting the community know what it is you do. And as always, if there's anything that Chris or myself can do to help, we're always here to help you.
We
So,
we
you
truly
very
appreciate you
much.
guys.
Yes,
Thank you
guys.
very much.
And don't
Thank
forget,
you.
guys, April 13th here at the Edgewater location, 201 South Ridgewood.
That's it.
Sweet
So-
13.
Yep.
Just south of, very good, just south of Park Avenue in Edgewater. It's going to be a fun day, 10 to 2. You've got Bagel Barn, you've got food,
Got raffles.
raffles,
Oh,
you have the
shoot.
Stetson Brain
Fitness Academy.
Fitness Academy coming in. Looks like I might need to step up to that booth too. So anyway, lots of fun things going on. So please show up, bring the love, the support, and we'll see you April 13th.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.